Welcome to EIPIP Meeting 110. This is issue number 361 on Eat Cat Herders EIPIP GitHub repository. On agenda, we have a bunch of open pull requests to discuss under different sections. Some are edits to final proposal, some are miscellaneous issues. On pull requests, they may require attention of editors. We're looking to call for input and any other discussion from earlier meetings or anything new. If people have something to add for item number 2, please feel free to drop a comment and we'll include it as we go. Then we have the EIPS Insight monthly section and any other updates. So starting with the first item on agenda, which is discuss open issues, PRs, and other topics. I see a PR made by Sam Wilson, number is 8919. I wonder if any other editor has any thoughts on that, or if they are generally okay to approve this to be merged. Or maybe Sam, if you would like to again give a brief overview of this proposal, so I understand maybe if you, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. So there's a pull request that wants to be merged at a draft state, but they've disclosed that they have a patent on the technology in the proposal, but they have not included a grant for that patent. They intend to provide a grant before going to final, and the question is, do we allow drafts that are patented that do not have a patent grant? This is related to call for input number 362. No, not 362. 362, that's the one. Yeah, and I think most of us are opposed to this. Yeah.
Yeah, we noticed there are 2 editors' response and both are opposed. I wonder if any other editor present in this meeting, they have thoughts on 362. Based on that, perhaps this PR can be approved or declined. Oh, cool. One more opposed. Victor, if you could also just document your consent on the or disapproval on the issue 362, that would be helpful.
Right. I just want to say that I oppose to it. For the record, at the moment, I think it's a very complicated issues, and then we should probably consult and get broader consensus before we can make decisions as a group. On the other hand, I also want to mention Panda, who used to be an EIP editor, hold a different opinion than me. I want to make sure that if he is not in the room, his opinion is being shared as well. So yeah, even though I disagree with him.
There's a question in chat by Sam. I wonder if anybody has thought on that.
I think that's a good idea, actually. I think it's a good idea that we get some legal resource from EF. I'm in favor of that.
For people listening to this call, the question in chat is, should we talk to the EF about getting a lawyer? And it seems Victor is in support. I wonder if we can get any other support. And by getting a lawyer here means getting opinion on specific to this kind of issues, like when we have something which is related to patent, or to define a policy around that. That's also a good response. Gajendra mentioned that we should not be going closer to lawyers. I mean, generally speaking, this is something consensus made by the community. We can look into that. However, exploring other options could also be a good idea. If anyone has any strong objection on not going to a lawyer or not seeking any legal help, or at least advice, if not help, please let us know. Okay. Okay, we do have an open pull request, 8919, to create a policy for patent. We'll appreciate anyone to add any feedback thoughts around that. And if anyone has a strong support or opposition, please add your comments and thoughts over there. And in the meantime, we'll try to collect any other support that we can get from the foundation or any different group who would want to volunteer for this. Moving ahead with the next item, there are a few pull requests which are added here, which are added as edit to final proposals. Number one on that is PR number 670, which is to update an ERC 7540. It was added in a comment, by the author or proposer. Wonder what editors thinks about that. Oh, we do have a proposer here with respect to ERC 670. So if any editor has any question, we may get some response from the proposer as well. Jeroen, if you would like to maybe share what is the minor edit. It looks like it's a punctuation fix or anything bigger than that.
No, exactly. I mean, the main changes that we had would like mistyped the event names inconsistently in the spec. And then there were two other like punctuation fix or like very minor wording changes that were unclear to people that were implementing the spec in the last few months. So it's all, I guess, non-substantive changes, just few typo fixes and clarifications.
Would anyone oppose to merge PR 670 for this specs? If no editor oppose, I would appreciate someone taking a look again and maybe able to merge this one.
Sorry,
Okay.
so 4626 has the correct definitions for the events, or like where is the like?
So the 4626, sorry.
Go ahead.
The 4626 defines like a deposit event and a redeem event, and then 7540 extends the functions with request deposit and request redeem. And then in the sentence we had like described, the event name should be deposit request, redeem request. But then somewhere else we actually had to call them request deposit and request redeem. So we just swapped it around. So these were not coming from 4626, they were part of the 7540 extension, but then we inconsistently called the events within the spec.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. So the YAML is correct here, but the English is incorrect. Okay.
Exactly, yeah. At least that's how it was intended to be. I mean, obviously you could argue the other way is also correct. It's just a choice, but this is what like I think that's all. I think there's a few approvals from authors. This is what we agreed on as intended wording.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. This looks like it's just fixing some small mistakes. So, yeah. I'll make up a call for input and we can go argue it out on there.
Yeah, we can do that. I was just wondering, like, we have most of the editors here. In case all of them would take a look, would be nice to have. We have a similar PR for fixing a typo. Number is 656 on ERC repository. It seems there was some error, 4 years old, and the PR is trying to fix that one. I wonder if anyone got a chance to maybe take a look at it. In general, I'm wondering, like, do we need to go with creating a call for input for each one of them, or we can perhaps find a faster way to merge these PRs? There is another one on the list is 8923, that is to fix a grammatical error on EIP 658. Seems pretty old EIP. If anyone has any thought on any of these proposals listed here today.
So for the 658, I'm not sure because if with two Fs is a common notation for if and only if. So this might actually be intentional. I have no idea.
Did you mean 656 for, okay, 3668, ERC 3668?
No, EIP 658.
Okay, sorry. There was one ERC PR number 656 and EIP 658. My bad. Cool. So we want to maybe leave the last one, and for the other two, would it be a good idea to create a call for input and close them as soon as possible?
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Perfect. We'll add that in summary. Moving forward, there are a couple of issues and PRs which may require attention. It seems like one has already been taken care of, so I'm moving to the next one. The next one is PR on EIP GitHub repository 8258. It seems that there is some discussion and this is good to be closed, but either the bot is not allowing it to close or it may require some manual intervention to get it closed. Could someone maybe take a look at it and we can close 8258? I see Gajendra has already approved, but this is not being merged.
Sorry, which PR number are we looking at here?
This is 8258.
All right.
Shared in the chat as well.
Yeah, this is the one you wanted like admin permissions for, right, Gajinder?
I think that was an informational EIP. This doesn't seem like that one, but yeah, we can.
Oh,
discuss.
okay.
All right. So when you get a chance, please take a look. It seems like this PR should be closed, and yeah, if not, then we can see. Okay, no, very much. It seems like it should be closed. So if you could close it, that would be nice to have. Moving ahead, we have a bunch of open PRs for 7702. We try to take them in office hour, but it seems like it would be nice for someone who is actively involved working on these proposals, maybe able to take a look and see how we can manage instead of having multiple PRs for these things. We can have one PR, or maybe if we are getting multiple PRs, we maybe try to merge them sooner so we don't get conflict at the end of the day. So I'm hoping, Matt, you are working on 7702 like closely. If you could get a chance, maybe take a look at the 3 open PRs listed here. And yeah, we can do the needful. Needed to be merged, needed to be closed. I'm not sure, Matt, if you're talking, you are on mute. You have any thoughts on how to handle a bunch of PRs with respect to active proposals?
I mean, yeah, what do we want to do?
So there are multiple 7702 PRs open. And generally what happens is, like, if someone is making PR, they are basing the current repository. And if we are not merging, then there would be a lot of conflicts arising. So how do we want to address that? Do we want to address it every week, looking into the bunch of proposals for one EIP and merge them together?
I mean, they'll get auto closed eventually by the bot, right?
There would be, but I think the duration is very long and it will keep on showing. So if we can get some, response, would be faster to close it.
I'm happy to close some of them, and when it makes sense, I try to close them, but it's also can be interpreted as a bit aggressive, especially since I'm an author of the EAP, and not every person has the ability to close issues on the EIPS repo.
Understood. In that case, I can totally understand your concern for 7702. Perhaps if the similar case arises with any other EIP, which are in active discussion, we can take a stab on that and try to close them as possible. There are a couple of 2537 proposals also listed here. I would request all EIP editors to maybe take a look. If you have thought, comments, add it there. If it is something that can be closed sooner rather than later, let's add as a comment so we can close it as well. Taking a look at the chat, I'm sorry, I could not get that, Gajendra. There is this comment, but we can merge this one. Did you mean to merge 8258? I was wondering if that can be closed, not merged. And it seems it is closed now.
Yeah, I checked the changes had already been applied in other pull requests, so I just closed it.
Okay, perfect. Cool. So I'm gonna move past 7702 and 2537 changes. If there is anything that can be closed sooner rather than later, as an editor, I would request you to please add this comment so we all know that this is not an active PR and people also get to know, even if it is not closed immediately by the editor, and we are hoping for bot to get that closed. Moving ahead, we have call for input. I believe we have already discussed 362. So let's take a look at 349. It seems to be pretty old old call for input. It has received two editors in opposing the proposal and one in favor. And I believe Sam left it open to collect more input for any other editors if they would want to add their thoughts.
Yeah, exactly. I think we can just close this as no now. Yeah.
So I believe not just closing this one, but also if there is any associated PR that can be, that was just a comment, not a PR. Perfect. So just closing this issue would help. The next item on agenda is other discussion and updates from past meetings. I don't see a lot of item here. However, I noticed an update on EIPW BAT, and Sam has shared this update, and he is requesting for any feedback. If people find any issues, please feel free to share it. Just wanted to include it in this meeting so people know about it, and if there are any concerns, they can reach out to us on CatHerders Discord or ETH R&D Discord. I have missed it, but perhaps we can take a look at Gajendra's permission for merging informational EIP. Is it something that people would like to discuss, see what is the concern here, and maybe address that? Gajendra, if you would like to mention what is the problem you are facing, is it with respect to action runs bot? I'm just sharing the link which I found on the Discord channel. Oh, it requires approval. Can any of other editor may approve it? Auto review bot it is. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm just seeing it's an auto review bot. 3344. Some weird numbers are going on. Yeah, Gajendra, if you could maybe share the pull request related with this action review bot. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at portals, not Gajendra's, my bad. Okay, the number is 8933.
Oh, that's weird. Why can't you approve that? Is it just a config thing? Yeah, you just have to add yourself to the EIP editors list here. I don't know if you have a, yeah, do you have a pull request open for that already? Okay, great.
I remember him being added. Was it only for ERC at that time and not for EIP? Okay. Oh, not for the category one. Cool. Looks like it's being taken care of. So we can perhaps move forward unless anything else anyone would like to add here. Yeah, of course, like it should provide permission for all of them, especially when you have it for core, why not for informational? Cool. We can move forward. The next section is EIPS Insight, in which we are talking about monthly EIPS status reporting. Based on the tool, those were shared in the last meeting, review trackers and analytics. I have tried to pull out the chart for reviewers since January, and also January for EIPs and ERCs. People may take a look here at the agenda. The analytics is also shared, and I believe we are joined by Vivin on the call here today. He wanted to demo the new tool. I think the idea shared by Sam, and he also worked on it. It's just that UI creation. Vivin, if you would like to take it from here and explain what is it all about, and maybe
Yeah,
share.
hello, hello everyone. Let me share my screen. So we have added this new tool, EIP boards, and what this exactly means is these are the list of PRs in EIPS and ERCS repositories that are waiting for the editor's review based on their waiting time, and they require more attention from the editors or reviewers. And these are the list of PRs, and all of these are sorted based on the longest time first, and they are in this order. You can have a view at them. And currently there are 42 PRs in EIPS repository that requires attention, and 49 PRs in ERCS repository. You can open the PR and have a look at that. They need more attention for getting merged or closed. And coming to the monthly insight for this month, there are 2 PRs in EIPs and 4 PRs in 4 ERCs and 3 RIPs that are moved to draft state, and 2 ERCs that are moved to review state, and 1 ERC that is moved to final state. You can view the ERCs or EIPs by clicking on the number. You can go to them and visit each of them individually. And you can also view the status timeline based on which they have changed. You can see that this one is created on October 4, 2024, 7778. You can have a look at that. And that's it from my side.
I have a quick question on the
Yeah.
EPP board. It suggests the number is different from open PR. So I'm just trying to understand if all of those PRs are pending for review, why is it not listing all of them? Maybe it's the criteria different.
I can talk about that if you'd like.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sure. So it only shows PRs that are waiting for an editor response. So if the most recent activity on a pull request is like, let's say a review from an editor, then it won't appear on the list because it's waiting for an author response. So it'll only show things that are waiting for an editor to interact.
That is awesome. Yeah, cool one. So maybe editors can simply go click on that page and look into all the PRs which requires attention. And I believe the order is oldest PR first here.
And no, it's the oldest author response. So you'll get newer PRs at the top of the list if like an older PR has a newer review on it. So
Got it.
yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. I'm kind of typing out a comment that explains it.
Yeah, we can perhaps add it over there in the description section. So for people to also get a good understanding of what this tool does. And I think it makes sense to me. So just trying to reword it here. It is oldest PR, it is the PR which is waiting for the longest to get a response from editor after the response has been received by the author. Yeah. It uses oldest author interaction after the most recent editor's response. Okay, perfect. That would also make sense. If we can use this statement on the description section, people may have better understanding of it. But thank you. I hope it is anyway serving purpose. I wonder if we can, or if we want to bring some of the PRs to future discussion where we can, get editor's response faster, get them close. Any other use case I'm trying to find out for this one? Maybe we can explore as we go. Or if people have thoughts, comments, ideas, please share. And please feel free to take a look at the other toolings available on the website. If you have feedback, please share. I believe there should be a feedback form on the homepage footer. People can make use of that so we can improve this tool.
There is a feedback form that is attached in the footer of the website. If anyone wants to provide any feedback, you can go there and provide us feedback.
Awesome. Very well. I think that brings us to the close to the end of agenda. We have added link from the earlier meeting of EIP editing office hour and agenda link for the next EIP editing office hour, which is in 2 weeks from now on Tuesday at 1400 UTC. If there is any open PR people would want to add there, if you have question, add to the agenda as comment and we will include it in that. Talking about that, I remember there was this discussion with respect to EIP 4337, where original authors now want to divide that EIP into 2 different EIPs, and there are open PRs for those 2 different proposals. If people would want to maybe take a look at that and merge them, I am hoping that team behind 4337 are trying to move the proposal to the final status sooner rather than later. So they are doing what is needed in order to move proposal forward. And they came up with 2 different issues. I'm going to share the link right here. If any of the editor may get a chance to take a look at it and async approve that, that would be really nice to have. Those links are available in comment to agenda for EIP editing office hour meeting number 46. Please take a look. And respective PRs are 626 and 628 at ERC GitHub repository. And that's pretty much all added to agenda from this meeting. I wonder if people have anything else to bring up for this meeting or for future consideration. Please feel free to share. All right, in that case, we can perhaps give everybody 25 minutes back. The next EIPIP meeting is planned for October. Oops, this is 2 weeks old. So the next EIPIP meeting is planned on the 3rd week of November, which would be on November 20th at 1400 UTC. In the meantime, if there is any question, comment, concern with respect to any of the pull request, EIPs, ERCs, please feel free to join us on Cat Herders Discord. There is an EIP editor channel. You can post your questions and we'll be happy to answer. Thank you everyone for joining us here today. And anyone who are open to the idea of supporting by leaving review comments, please do that. We welcome all sort of reviews that will make editors' life easier. Thank you, everyone.